Okay, so I have a video about whether or not the IBF is fair to its fighters. So I'm gonna link it at the end of this video on the card. So please click on that one because it's kind of relevant to this video with what the WBC has now told David Benavidez he must do. But before we get to that, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Hope you like and subscribe, share this video, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. We're growing this little small community more and more every day. I know there was a couple of inquiries whether I could put some Spanish subtitles down below. I'm gonna try to see how that works out because it's kind of hard transcribing and making it make sense, especially when I'm doing edits. I'm gonna try my best, but let's see if I can do some Spanish on there for my Spanish speaking brothers and sisters. All right, so otherwise than that, let's talk about this WBC move. They told David Benavidez, you got 2 weeks as an extension to decide whether you want to stay at 168 or 175 as the mandatory. And I don't have a problem with that, right? In any other situation, I would not have a problem with that because you should decide, hey, listen, you can't occupy the same space in two different realms, right? Like, there's other guys in there that have worked hard just like David has to get to that spot. And if you're going to be at 175 and you're going to hold the 168 spot, it's not the same as being a champ in both spots because you could defend in both spots, but you can't really defend your number one spot, right? Like, that makes no sense. So it's all, listen, I'm down. WBC, you're saying that he has to choose or give it up. I'm down with that. Like, okay. Let's do it. No problem. Except there is a problem. He's been the mandatory for 2 years. He's been interim for 2 years. He beat David Lemieux, as you saw in the card in the beginning of the video, to get the interim spot champ designation, which makes him the mandatory for Canelo for 2 years. And for 2 years, Canelo has been able to skate and not be held accountable for the defense of his titles against the interim mandatory challenger champion, which is David Benavidez. Whether you like it or not, whether you think that David Benavidez is a weight bully, it does not matter, right? We're not looking at that. We're looking at the rules that were set forth by the governing bodies, which means that the number one spot becomes a mandatory back in the day. Now the interim champion becomes the mandatory in present day. That is the title designation that David Benavidez has won by beating David Lemieux fair and square, with no interference from the WBC saying he didn't get it fair and square. So he has it fair and square. So that means that he should be forced to fight the champion. The champion should be forced to fight him. That has not happened. Why? I don't know. That's what makes it unfair. Whereas the IBF has been consistent. Hey, that's the number one contender. That's your man, though. You got to fight that dude or give up the belt. Oh, you want to fight that dude? Cool. It's up to you. We don't care. Go ahead. Give us that belt, though. Oh, you can't weigh more than 10 pounds from the contracted weight within 6 or 12 hours from your defense or your challenge for the title. So what you going to do about that? Oh, you going to give up the belt? Cool. That's it. So the IBF has consistently been consistent with how they interpret and govern their fighters and their fights. The WBC is like, you my favorite. Oh, you're not my favorite. Oh, but we support you. We so happily support you. Hey, look at this pretty belt we made for this occasion. Which is great. Don't get me wrong. But damn, you're giving him a 2-week extension to make up his mind, but you gave Canelo 2 years to decide he wanted $200 million to fight David Benavidez because he believes he's a weight bully. But the WBC themselves do not see him as a weight bully because otherwise he wouldn't be ranked. If they thought he was cheating or something to that effect, or violating the WBC rules or something, he will not be ranked. But he is. He's not only ranked, he's your mandatory because he's interim. It's crazy bananas, right? So we got to support the IBF more and hopefully put pressure on the other governing bodies, right, to come together and do the same things and say, hey, we got to clean up the sport. We got to do certain things. We got to make sure the fan base stays with it because it's hard for new guys to come in and enjoy the sport when they have no idea what's happening. Like, why does this red belt treat their fighters different than the green belt and the black belt does this? It's crazy. It's nuts. We got to get together. We got to make sure that we support the right things. And right now, and this could change, the IBF to me is the one doing the best that they can, being as fair as they can. I hope they continue doing so. But man, I just find it ironic. Like, you're forcing the mandatory to make a decision, but not the champion to fight the mandatory for 2 years. That's crazy. That's wild. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with me what I'm saying? Do you believe that they should force Canelo? Do you believe that David should give up the spot? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe this video. Again, thank you very much for just tuning in. See you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.